Hello, welcome to Estelle's World. It is February 12th, 2012, and I'm back. I'm here today to try to allow the Holy Spirit to talk through me and to truly be honest with you and myself. For what we teach, we learn. So I am here not necessarily to teach anybody, but to learn. And I think that when we share our experiences and our ways in life and share through a lot of pain and triumph, that we can learn and grow together. But really, mainly why I'm here is I'm here for other people that share with this need to know what is this all for? Why am I here? What's the use, should I say? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What's this all about? I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm 52 years old, and I don't know if it's a changing point for anybody out there. You can tell me if you're in your 50s as well. I don't know. I have friends that are in their 20s that have already reached this point, so I don't know if really age has anything to do with getting this I want to say this opening, this sense of needing to have spirit and needing to be a part of my source, to find a connection deeper than this body, deeper than this hand, deeper than any of this exterior. This need to have a relationship with this that's in here, and I completely feel it here, which is my heart, which I believe is really who we are and where we are, is right in here. And when I'm connected with that part of me and I listen to that part of me, everything's perfect and I'm in the now. But easier said than done. Sometimes I think that the more that I'm alone, you'd think that you'd have more peace, but sometimes the more that I'm alone, I have more time to be in my head and really look within myself. I'm not talking to somebody else, whereas I'm really connected with myself, and it gives me a great opportunity to really find out who I am and really learn to love myself, which has taken me quite a long time, because let me tell you, I was not very good at loving myself. Little did I know. I finally realized at this point I am the creator of my life experience. I have everything that I have from everything. My job, everything is my choice experience, all the way up into, I even believe that I have chosen this experience, that I have chosen my parents, my mother and my father and my stepfather, and everything. I have chosen this life experience. And the reason why I say that, because for many, many years I blamed my mother and my circumstances for the way I was and how I turned out. If only you would have loved me more. If Daddy wouldn't have given me up when I was little. If I didn't feel abandoned. It's all your fault. So I was constantly playing victim, and little did I know, through many years of therapy, which getting better can take a long time if you're not open and willing to take responsibility. So finally I realized that if I'm responsible and I create this life, then guess what? I can change it. But if I'm not responsible and if I didn't create this and I'm not projecting anything, then guess what? I can't change anything. So freedom is in admitting that your life circumstances and everything is because of you. You chose it. Why? I chose it because I didn't love myself, first of all. And I constantly, by not loving myself, would allow myself to be in abusive relationships, that would allow myself to abuse drugs, alcohol, you name it. I did it. So now I get to the point where I'm realizing that I'm in control. Let me tell you, I'm still capable of going there, and I'm probably still capable of picking and choosing some more lessons that I need to see. But at this point, I think it was best for me to sit alone and finally learn to love myself. And maybe by doing that and being able to allow myself to love me for who I am, then I'll be able to be capable of giving that to somebody else. But if I'm incapable of loving myself, then darn, I'm not going to be able to love anybody else. So I get to the point of beliefs. Everything that I believe has been given to me. Mainly by who? Mainly by the world, and mainly by my parents. And my parents were given their beliefs by the world and by their parents. So, I had an aha moment the other day when I was talking to my mother on the phone, and we got into this heated argument, and it was actually about depression. And I went through 9 days, I took off, and I really went through a really bad depression. And it was really, I call it the dark night of the soul. And I go through a lot of dark nights of the soul. But really what they are is, it's where I'm really digging deep and allowing myself to look at some of these labels that I've given myself. And my mother called and says, what's up? And I said, Mom, I'm just depressed. And she said, oh, you're always depressed. And, like you maybe need to see somebody. Your spiritual study isn't working. You need to see somebody. Right away, I hit me, I'm crazy. That she always told me I'm crazy. So immediately, I was like, what are you talking about? And I started to blame her, because how dare her accuse me of being something, because I have to point out where she is judgmental and she's depressed and how she can. And so we got into this heated argument, and I love my mother. And little did I know, I get off the phone and I'm crying and I'm so angry, and my friend calls, and he's one. Everybody should have a friend that helps you in a way, a friend that's able to let you see yourself, that you are able to finally look, and when you're finally willing to and you want to finally see what it is, you will allow it to happen. I'm telling you, allow it to happen. Look at them, don't deny them. Everybody that we are in arguments with, it's something we are projecting, and I can tell you, once you see it, it's freeing. But anyway, so I get on, he goes, what's going on? I says, my mother, she called me crazy. And he goes, well, you already knew that. And so he had a little giggle out of me, because, I've known that for a long time, that my mother always called me crazy. And boy, did I live up to that title. Crazy I was. So that hit me. And he says, what is it in her that you're seeing, Estelle? And I was like, I don't know. That she that I complain. And he goes, no, Estelle, because my mother complains. I'm like, I complain. Because if I'm seeing her complain, well, obviously I complain, right? And he says, no, Estelle, go ahead, Estelle, what is it? And I'm like, I don't know. What is it? And he goes, you beat yourself up. And oh my God, I had like this aha moment I was like, oh my God, I do. I constantly beat myself up. If there was any way for my mind to hit me with black and blue marks, I would be as black as this hat. That's what I'd look like. For as much as my mind beats me up, I never give myself credit. And I realized that's what my mother does. She constantly goes, oh, I was an asshole. I stayed with your father. You know, I should have left him. What an asshole I was. He walked all over me. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. And then I thought, oh my God, it's no wonder that I think I'm an asshole. You know, that's what I grew up with. And it was like, oh my God. It was like this aha moment. So what I'm trying to say is, listen to the things that upset you. They are the mirrors that help us to see what we believe about ourselves. And once we see that, it's a beginning. It's a beginning to allow us to see it, to forgive it, and to realize we don't need to be that way anymore. And to realize we are perfect, loving child of God. And these belief systems are not true. That's not who we are. I am not crazy. And if I am, why not like that crazy me? Because there are many eyes within us. There's many eyes in me. And if I embrace it rather than resist it, it has a magical way of disappearing. And then the real me is able to start to come. And that's one of the things I want to talk about as we go on in Estelle's world. I want to begin to talk about all those belief systems that we've created, that we believe we are. So, with that is just one aspect. I can get into many, many of them, and I will. I hope to, with you guys, and hopefully you'll write me and tell me of some of your beliefs. And we can finally let them go. And I am going to go on and let you know how I do that, and how I continue to do that, and how we can learn to love ourselves. And mainly the number one thing of how to do that is by forgiveness. So we begin to forgive ourselves, and we begin by forgiving them. So I forgive my mother, and with doing that, I forgive myself, because we're all one. And I am actually working on a little how-to, and I'll get to that down the road. But I want everybody to have a good day, to meditate, and to listen to the mirrors. When somebody pisses you off, stop and say, what is that in them that I'm seeing in myself? Right now, why am I upset? Because it's something subconsciously I'm denying. I'm telling you, if you get angry, there's a reason why. So bingo, look at it. For God's sakes, look at it and own it. And love it, forgive it, and let it go. Okay, that's it today. Until next time, namaste. Bye-bye.